Look, he's over here unashamedly trying to steal our best and brightest, having become a successful New Zealand export himself. South Australian Premier Mike Rann knows the value of nabbing New Zealand talent. Mind you, it's not all one way. Our government is keen to pinch his ideas on how to deal with the gangs. The South Australian solution, simply pass laws so you can run them out of town. Premier Mike Rann joins me now. Successful recruiting drive at the weekend, was it?
We were out at the Epsom Showgrounds, so basically we've got a giant economic boom, including a huge mining boom with the world's biggest mine coming and about 30 other mines, and so we've got a lowest unemployment ever in Adelaide, the highest number of people in jobs ever, and so I'm recruiting British bobbies in London, IT professionals in India, and I thought I'd come over here and be a bit cheeky. But as I say, you guys own the casino in Adelaide and are selling Sauvignon Blanc in our restaurants, so I think it's a fair enough trade.
But it is a sensitive issue here, that sort of drift across the Tasman. I mean, and you have parents see their kids move off, and do they follow them? And it's going to become an issue during this election as well, as to how we keep our own.
But I think, I mean, look, it's the same. Australians go overseas. I think there's about 1 million Australians overseas. My son's in Brussels. I think that's the whole thing. I mean, New Zealand championed CER, which was about getting a common market, and what happens is people go, people move and come back, and there's a good mixture of jobs and ideas.
Who are you after here? What sort of people?
We're basically after electrical engineers, civil engineers. We're after, because of the mining, geologists, scientists, but also, you know, electricians. We're after plumbers. We're after carpenters. So we're after skilled trades, and we're also after professionals as well.
Television presenters?
Yeah, we can give you a job.
Look, the other thing...
Come over for the Rugby Sevens next year.
The other thing, of course, is that one of the things that we've been looking at that you've done in South Australia is the gang issue. Now, I know that, you know, that there was a lot of it. Phil Goff has talked about looking at that experience. Whenever you see politicians bring up ban the gangs, it always just seems like a stunt.
Well, we've been doing it. I mean, what we did is that when I first got in, and actually Mike Moore did a select committee some years ago, which was incredibly helpful. I went to see the FBI in Washington, and basically they said to look at the money trees. The first legislation I did was we've toughened up massively the sentences and offences, make them aggravated sentences if they're involved in gang violence. But we also banned we gave the police the power to remove fortifications from gang premises, and we also got the power to step in and stop gang fortresses being built. And then we did what you're doing. You've got in fact, Phil Goff's legislation is currently before the Parliament, which is getting at the Mr. Bigs behind the scene, which is the confiscation of their criminal assets. We've passed legislation to dig them out of the security and bouncer business, and now we're going much further.
Does it actually work, though?
Well, but we've got hundreds and hundreds of arrests, convictions, seized fortunes worth of drugs and firearms. You've just got to keep coming at them. I mean, this latest legislation, what I did is say to our Attorney General, look at our anti-terrorism laws and see if you can apply that to terrorists within, which is basically people, I mean, they're not meatheads on motorbikes. These people are foot soldiers of organised crime who are selling drugs to our kids and manufacturing those drugs.
You see, you were quoted saying you'd learnt from the New Zealand gang experience. What is it you learnt from here?
Well, you had a select committee some years ago, and you've done some terrific legislation on surveillance, and you've also got legislation before the books that we've done sort of together, which is about the confiscation of criminal assets, and we've made it easier to get at the criminal assets of drug crime and gang crime. But what this legislation, it's only just gone through, so it's like sort of, you know, basically brand new, is that the Attorney General can declare a gang a criminal organisation if its members have all got, you know, sort of criminal records as long as your arm, and then through the courts you can say that Mr. X, who's got, again, lots of convictions, cannot rejoin the club, cannot be involved, cannot associate with gang members. If they do, they get 5 years jail. So
if this works, I mean, you're going to end up with quite a shortage of gang members in South Australia.
Well,
would you like to recruit some from here? Well,
what we're doing is basically the fact that their defence lawyers are screaming blue murder about the legislation. My last lot of legislation, the defence lawyers fought it. They hire the top QCs. I mean, these people, you know, they might look like sort of mongrels, but they've got, you know, top QCs behind, working for them. They fought our legislation right through the courts. We won eventually. this latest legislation, they're already talking about challenging it. If they weren't frightened of it, they wouldn't be challenging it.
This is going about a year now.
This new legislation has only just been in the last couple of weeks. So what I said to Phil Goff today and to Annette King is have a look and see how it works. And I know Phil's position is if something works, we'll use it. And this is going to be the test case in Australasia.
Mike Rann, thanks. You probably may come over and have a look at that thing ourselves.
Come over and have a look, and come over for our rugby sevens.
Great. Mike Rann. Now, still to come, the real hot bitches explain how their performance on Close Up helped save a life.